Terroru versus Scan. Let's get into it.
Oh, hey, can you throw up the stream on or your obs on in Discord so we can be on the same?
Oh my god, I haven't even been doing that. I'm sorry.
I was watching on Twitch and
Thank
it's
you.
about 5 seconds or so behind.
All right, so Terroru versus Scan. Game 1 is on Eclipse.
Hey, what is this? Ladder map? Fun fact: one day I was playing on ladder. A bit of a long StarCraft day for me. I got 16 games, but 13 of them on Eclipse.
Is that right?
Yep. That's like what 70 something percent, upper 70 something percent. All the games are on flat. It's a pure ladder, so there's like what 7 maps in the pool.
Right.
One banned, and some other player maybe has another one banned. So let's say 5 maps. 5 maps I got the same map over 3/4 of the time. It's weird. So yeah, I get a lot of practice in this map.
Map is made by Latius, a Korean map maker. I have heard that a newer version is being worked on of this map. But...
Yeah, I'd be interested to know what our other map makers think of this map. I mean, personally, I like it, but I haven't really spent much time analyzing it. And I feel like someone who actually does this all the time might have some interesting insights into what's
Right.
strong or weak about the map.
I think you're right that a lot of players like the map, and don't know what a lot of map makers think about it. I think its use of the tile set is unique. The tile set type is Badlands, and this map you'll notice like one side of it has a similar tile set, and this another side of it has a different like futuristic tile set. But it's all part of the same tile set that you can use as part of the editor, so it's kind of unique in that way.
Good old Tarsonis. I'm not sorry, not Tarsonis, but the campaign. They tried to replicate a Terran city on a Badlands planet. I always was really confused by I never really saw the structures as cities, but now when I look at them, I realize they're actually like rooftops, and then the sides are just like the edges are like we're looking at like the back of a building there, and then sometimes you can put little doodads for the storefronts.
Right. It's cool.
Kind of weird, and I don't even know what they do.
Little scouting by Terroru. He opted to go for the fast command center. Yeah. Mining with 3 SCVs.
Yeah, I'm not an expert in this matchup, but I'm personally a little confused actually. Why the one going to the more defensive play is going to be on gas? I mean, looks like he's got a second on gas now, but
Scan has his first factory done.
Yeah, it looks like Terroru's actually blocking his entrance. Like he's expecting Vulture or something.
Terroru's first factory halfway done. He's got his expansion up earlier, but that might not give him that much of a competitive edge. We got to see what he can do with it.
He's like it's about a minute and a half faster. I mean, he's gonna get a significant economic edge with that. Like he's still on the same SCV count. Not sure. I feel like he should be ahead by now. Okay, he is now.
Starport being made by both.
Yeah, so Terroru, he's getting a tech advantage now, so I think that's why he's slightly behind on the pop count. So he's adding in the double starport versus Scan's single. So I guess he's just gonna go for a air control play here. Wraiths early on very strong in PvP. Like even until there's like 3 or 4 Goliaths out. I mean, even then. Wow. Oh, he doesn't. Oh, okay. That's.
I like how he opted to go to the main and not the natural.
Yeah, there's
more movement space.
Terroru was not really aware of what was going on apparently.
Oh, got one vulture. So could have been
pretty
worse.
Crazy actually that he got a vulture with SCVs.
I mean, he caught him at a time that the tank's not quite done.
Yeah, I think he just. I don't know.
Saw both starports.
I think he should have had SCVs to block there until the tank was out. Maybe he's just not. That wasn't a timing he's used to or something. Again, that totally would have happened to me too. So.
Scan is very good with vultures.
According to the Tosis, it's the second best unit in the game. Well, yeah, second best. Or third best, actually.
I think if you can't use them well, you're screwed as Terran.
Yeah. I mean, they're not that hard to use, even, but there is definitely a skill. You can definitely show your skills. I think of why I see Terrans use them. It's not because they didn't micro them well, it's because they didn't position them well. Like, oh, so his vultures are behind the tank. You know, he ran them all in somewhere and just lost them.
Scan's gonna lose his barracks.
I thought the concept of scouting with your barracks was funny. I mean, if you lose it, yeah, I mean, I guess it's annoying because then you have to remake it again. But then again, I mean, it's so tanky, you're pretty much guaranteed to scout of some sort what's going on. And that, 150 minerals, it's basically like losing an overlord and a half, but then you get,
yeah,
that all-important scout on the Terran, which is very difficult to get otherwise.
I wonder if he is gonna make another barracks at some point.
Yeah. I wonder what the Wraith count is. Terroru, I think, got the second starport up faster, so. But it seems like Scan actually has more Wraiths. So, yeah, he's got one more Wraith. So, a little confused on what exactly was going on. I mean, Scan's way up in supply as well, so. Either there's a tech I'm not seeing here, or I think Scan is just optimizing a little better. Now it does look that Terroru went to the double factory.
He's got quite a few vultures. It's gonna boost the supply a bit.
Oh, and Scan's adding in the Valkyrie too. He wants to just dominate the air fight.
That's smart.
Yeah, up to 8. He's adding a second control tower. Why is he adding a second control tower? Do you know why? It unlocks the Valk. I don't think he would need a second starport for Valks though. It shows how much I play Terran. So I know you don't need the control tower to make raids.
Yeah, he's making a Valk.
And you generally only make cloak, and you only need one control tower, so
maybe he wants to make 2 at a time. Yeah.
Double Valks. I don't know, man. Something's fishy about this.
Wants to make sure he wins that air battle. And if you lose your Valks, I guess you can produce 2 at the same time.
When you look at the map here, I mean, Scan has vision everywhere. Scan's in his 2 little bases, and I'm sorry, Terroru's in his corner of the map, and Scan's just everywhere else, sort of keeping tabs. Yeah, Terroru can't go anywhere without Scan being aware of it.
Yeah, he's trying to figure out where he is so he can just...
Yeah. He's doing a controlling with the...
Terroru knows,
yeah.
he's cloaked.
Wow, nice find. Yeah, this is a game-deciding fight right there. Yep.
In a matter of few seconds. He had no choice. I don't think he could fly away.
No, he couldn't. I mean, he could attempt to. He could have flown out of the scan range, but... And that... Getting away with several rays is maybe better than the alternative, but I mean, he's down 30 supply now. Like, I don't really... It wasn't like Scan threw away, you know, it was all in on this air. He's got a pretty strong ground arm as well, so...
Right.
I don't really know what... I think Terroru's probably going to either go... I think Terroru's probably going to try and get a... Just, it's hard for him to leave his base, too. Against this many wraiths, you need a lot of turrets. So my guess is Terroru's probably going to try and secure another base.
Yeah, that's what it looks like it.
Maybe the corner base? Be an interesting choice if he goes for the double gas, but... Because I don't feel like you can come back as Terror by... I don't know what the story was with that, but... But see, I don't really like the idea of pushing across. He doesn't have an army advantage. He doesn't have air control, so... It's... I mean, he's just kind of heeing and hawing here. I don't even know if he really knows what scans. I mean, he has his own scans. He can talk about it.
I think he's got to find some way in. Otherwise, he's a sitting duck.
Yeah.
He's gonna clean this up.
He will, but...
That was nicely done.
Yeah, Scan split his army a lot there, and he paid for it. I mean, still looking at the supplies here. It didn't change after that fight. Okay, he's... Nice block by Scan.
Yeah, that was nicely done. It's gonna slow down the tanks a bit.
I mean, if he can shut down...
Ouch.
Yeah.
3 tanks gone.
See, kind of the issue here is that Terroru would have had to kill this base while taking a third, and he would then be even with Scan, maybe. Even then, he would still be losing his army. You're looking at this, Scan's got 4 bases. He's up 2 bases. Like, Terroru has to kill Scan now, or kill 2 bases, and it's just not gonna happen.
So a lot of tanks.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm not really sure what Terroru... They both went for Cloak. I just don't really see where Terroru... What was going on exactly. He was just behind in supply almost the whole game, despite getting the earlier, greedier opening. And I just... I didn't really see any sort of tech or supply advantage come out of it.
Yeah, that's true.
It was, so yeah, I'm. It could be that Scan just outplayed him, outmacro him. It also could be that Terry was going for something that I'm just not seeing here, and it didn't work out. So hard to say. Scan taking a 5th base now. Now, Terran versus Terran, I think, is the most... it has the most comeback potential of the 3 mirror matchups.
Is that right?
Protoss, yeah, Protoss versus Protoss. Difficult to come back when you're behind, but you have Dark Templar and the usual Protoss tricks you can sometimes pull off something with. Zerg versus Zerg, basically very difficult to come back. Terran versus Terran, you can sometimes pull off something pretty amazing, but
Didn't happen this game.
didn't happen this game.
Scan held on to his advantage.
That was a brutal one.
He lost all his rates.
The
I
thing
think
is,
that engagement for me was the most interesting. I think he knew that Scan had a bunch of rates and bulks, and he was closing in on him because he cloaked and he was trying to fly out. I'm just wondering if he could have like head back to his natural or base, or he thought maybe Scan was waiting for him there or something. I don't know why he chose to engage and not just like fly home and save those units. Never know.
they lose a lot of their. When you go for cloaked wraith, I agree. It's better not to.
It was kind of a funny battle because, like, after it was done, it's like, okay, these units are obsolete. We're pretty much not going to see wraiths or Volks used anymore, and now we've transitioned into tanks.
Yeah,
and
you can
vultures.
see. I mean, I won't say you won't see wraiths later in the game, but just generally speaking, it becomes the Goliath just kind of makes them obsolete. But it was a strange game because Terroru got a faster natural. He got a faster second starport, but he ended up somehow with a smaller army and fewer raids. So I don't really know what happened there.
All right, so we got two casters who don't know what they're talking about when it comes to a TVT. And now we're going into game 2.
So you remember early on we were saying how one had one SCV on gas and the other had 3 SCVs on gas? Maybe that's all it came down to.
Yeah, I think it was who was it that had 3?
Scan has 1 on gas.
Yeah, he was
had
going for
3
the
on
one
gas.
fact and then expansion.
Yeah, I mean it was a different build still, but it's weird. I just don't feel like Terroru he went for much more earlier gas, but he's behind. I don't know. Anyways, past game.
Yeah, there's the build aspect of it. To me, someone ignorant doesn't really know what he's talking about. And then the other aspect is like your game sense, what you're doing. And it just seemed like Scan was scouting and really figuring out what his opponent was doing as the game was progressing, and just made all the right decisions, and it really worked out for him nicely.
I think Scan's doing something else while he's playing this game. He's eating a meal or listening to music or streaming or something. I saw it because he had one of his first SCVs just idling there for a minute before he's.
I think I was
Usually-
watching some of this live. So we organized this live on Twitch, and he was streaming.
Oh, okay.
No,
Usually
it
you will
looked like
not.
he was. Terroru's nobody to mess around with.
No, he's not. I mean,
He'll
we see
take a
it-
game
it's
from you
scary.
easily, but Scan is a really well-rounded player and did well last game for sure.
Yeah, interesting bunker positioning from Scan. I'm wondering if he's just gonna loot that. I've seen this before. Scan's going for the quicker gas. It looks like. Yeah. So I think he's going for a more aggressive build. Therefore, he's not blocking. Here, I think he's going for a defensive play.
Little SCV harass.
Yeah,
It's gonna phase.
No.
Scan, his barracks finished.
Hey, Queen.
Hi.
Oh my god, it's Queen. What's up?
Somebody knows more about TVT than we do.
Wonderful surprise. Thanks for joining us.
Of course, anytime. When I'm free, of course.
How are you?
Good.
It's nice to hear your voice.
Thanks. Just trying to finish up with this project. someone has me doing.
God, so many
There's always,
vultures
somebody's
out
always
there.
got a project for somebody. It feels like.
I hate those people.
No, the first time I heard your name thrown around, I thought it was the Wujin, Zero, and I was like, wait, what? Why is Zero casting for us?
It's funny.
Working with us.
So Queen is doing some of the
No.
graphics for our Best of the Best tour, and I think that's what
Ah.
she's referring to. We got a factory in the middle of the map being made.
Yeah, I figured he was gonna do something like this. So does this just mean faster vultures, or is he gonna go for something a little extra crazy? Because this isn't really truly a proxy, but it's not. He's not showing it in his base either. Thing is, Terroru saw his barracks, so if he doesn't see the factory in the base, he knows he has to have a factory somewhere else. Because what else would you be building?
Right.
So, yeah. Again, I don't
Queen,
really know
do you know
why.
what's going on? You're a Terran expert.
Uh, not really. Actually, let me see.
And they're both hiding stuff here. Double starport, okay. The scan.
This is a crazy game. Like they're both. I mean, Scan is doing a proxy fact, and then Terra is hiding to starports.
Terroru grabbed the early expansion last game too, and it seems like that would put you in the lead. It didn't work out that way last game.
Hmm.
This game, he's definitely got a lead, though, economically. Like, Scan hasn't even started his natural, and Terror's already got his, like, not quite.
So siege mode is gonna finish up.
Yeah.
Is he gonna have an answer? I guess he's looking for his
Are the tanks there yet? Yeah.
air units are gonna be his answer.
It'll still be another minute or so before the raids will be out.
I mean, like, the proxy fac is great, and I guess he made it after he knew that Terroru was going to expand early. His reinforcements arrived pretty quickly.
Okay, never mind. He had the double starport, so he'll have a raid out faster than I thought. So he will be okay, but he's gonna have to control this well.
How many hits does it take from a wraith to kill like a tank?
A lot.
1 million?
Yeah, Rays are so weak against ground units.
Yeah, he's got cloak though, so and they can be microed. You can see this. So he can soften up that marine. You know, with no medics, marines are about the worst fighting unit in the game. Oh no, he's got a no. Not like this. Oh. What?
Wasn't even damaged.
What?
But everything's crumbled. Like, he's screwed.
Yeah.
It would take 1 million years for Race to kill 4 vultures. Wouldn't
Yeah.
it? Like,
Yeah, basically.
Yeah,
I remember when StarCraft came out and I made my first Wraith, I was like, this is so cool. And I had an air battle. I was like, wow. And then I had my first instance where I attacked something on the ground. And I was just looking at it like, this is cool. It's like a laser. And then I checked the health of the unit I was attacking after like a minute. It wasn't even scratched. It takes them forever.
Oh, they have Ultras. I'll just like great. The Ultras can't hit back, right?
Like, look, Terroru, poor guy, like, he lost everything and his Wraiths are still attacking that same tank from like 30 minutes ago.
Right. I mean, this game is pretty much over already.
Yeah,
I like Scan's build. Very smart.
I mean, it's easy as observers to say what Terroru should have done, but it's just hard. I feel like in both games that we've seen him not quite aware of what Scan is doing. Terroru's a smart guy. He's not gonna just... He knows that he'll know what to do. I just feel like he doesn't know what Scan is doing. So
I
he
wonder
doesn't know
how
what to
important
do.
the proxy fact was to Scan's success there. Would it work without the proxy?
I mean, the thing is, he's got a factory somewhere. What are they gonna? I mean, what's he gonna do? Make more barracks somewhere? I mean,
that one turret. And they die so easily, to turrets or
yeah.
Goliaths. Extremely hard unit to master.
Yeah, I mean, he's got double CC, but he's got 1/6 of the SCV count. Like, there's not really anything that he could do, I think. Like, he's got nothing to
there's a GG.
Yeah. I think he was just maybe hoping he could burn out all of scans and then just kill all of the Goliaths and just hold down the SUV button for 2 minutes and yeah.
So that second tank arrived pretty quickly. They took out the bunk. If that proxy fact wasn't there, I think Scan would have probably still been successful. I wonder if Terroru, if he hadn't gone starports and made factories, how that game would have turned out.
Well, again, it mostly came down to the... It's easy to think about all this stuff when you're watching it, but I feel like if you see 2 tanks hitting you at that timing, you should know he doesn't have a natural. I'm ahead economically, I just need to not die here, so pull the SUVs from the natural to block the ramp. Just don't... It's okay, sacrifice 10 SUVs if you have to, but don't let them get in up the ramp to your main.
Backseat gaming is the best, Buck.
Yep, it is.
Join me.
I do it all the time, looking at my games after I've lost them.
Well, you actually play the game. I don't at all. I'm a pure backseat gamer caster.
StarCraft's a hard game, man. It's a lot of fun, but it's hard.
It's
so easy to comment on other people, but it's so hard to actually do it yourself.
It's easy. You need to get your shit together.
Just attack. Lings. My lings just stand there and look at the enemy like, what are we supposed to do with this? It's like this puppy, Altai. She doesn't eat her own food. She always wants to eat the older dogs.
Okay, how old do you have to be to play StarCraft, guys? What's the age minimum? Is it like 8? So, yeah, it's not a hard game, guys. Come on. You don't have to be 45 years old with like a doctorate to play this game. I'm being totally sarcastic, okay? Nobody crucify me. But I think, like, what is the age minimum? Is it 12?
There is no minimum.
I was 7 when StarCraft came out. I remember.
Queen, the stuff's regulated. There has to be, I think. Because there's violence or whatever. It's not like Assassin's Creed.
No, you just... rated T for teen. I don't think there's any regulation in the United States.
When
it can be purchased, yeah, for teen. For mature, you have to be. I know for mature there is. I remember I bought Halo, and I had to have one of my parents with me to buy that. But StarCraft, I don't think you need to be
Halo. Yeah.
Halo's rated M for mature, yeah.
You know what was was it called Doom?
Doom, oh yeah.
That had like nudity and other stuff in it.
Yeah, I feel like ratings have
things.
actually gotten more stringent recently than they used to be. Like, I feel like if StarCraft was a game that came out, like if just the equivalent of StarCraft came out in 2021, it would be rated M, probably, not teen.
So we're just 3 old people playing this
on back when the box
ancient
was,
game.
You know, when they came out with the big battle chest boxes, you know, that was like half the size of your table.
Good times.
Your gaming library was literally a library because you need like a library, like a stand just to hold the boxes.
Queen, what's your TVT go-to build? So everybody knows it and can count it. BBS, is that what you said?
No, I do not BBS. I don't even really know the BBS, to be honest.
What?
Did you say 2 Rex?
No, 2 fact.
Oh, yeah. That's your answer to everything, I think. To Zerg,
What?
to Protoss.
That?
It's a pretty strong build. I'm a
Yeah,
two-factor. I told you back in the day. I love the three-fact, but it's not viable, I guess.
The 3-5 vulture build is pretty good. But it sucks when they wall off, you know. So then it's kind of like taking too much hit.
Why can't I kill you? Right.
I've heard it said somewhere that it's a 3-fact or 4-fact vulture is actually considered to be like the strongest TVT build, but no one uses it. It's just like this bro code or code of honor thing. They just don't use it on each other. I don't know if that's true or not.
4-fact vultures. I don't know how viable
Like,
that
you just
is.
make
You'd have to
nothing but
make like 2
vultures.
supply depots at one
Where are
time.
you hearing this stuff from? Where are you getting your resources?
Yeah, I don't know. I think you actually make more than just vultures.
It's
But,
like a secret society of Terrans.
but I mean, if you think about it, a lot of vultures can technically just control the map. Like
It's like a
Tanks
Zerg
and
conspiracy
Goliaths moving
theory
up.
about vultures. I love this.
Protoss too, man. But no, seriously though, like if you, I mean, a vulture is 75 minerals.
They're the most annoying units in the game.
Yeah,
Like,
speed vultures can just delay
Oh my
so
God.
long. Like, just imagine a 2-fact push, but then there's 20 vultures harassing it while it's trying to move across the map.
I hate how they look. I hate how they sound. Their little pointy noses.
Yeah. What do you
I shouldn't
want?
say that too much because it sounds like you suck. One of our TQ members. Shout out to him.
Tennessee guy.
Yeah, he has a wonderful accent.
Yeah, I actually used to live in Tennessee. So, I have nothing against Tennessee.
He swears a lot too, and he does remind me of the Vulture and Fire Bat a little bit. Alright, so we got 2 more factories being made by Terroru. That's going to bring him to 5.
Yeah, Scan adding on the control tower here. I don't know. I didn't see that Terroru had added on one, but it looks like he's trying to opt to shy away from this 2 starport build he's been going for in the other games. He's going to try and play more just kind of muscular, safer build. Because raids give you a lot of advantage, but they're kind of like mutalisks too, in that if you lose them, you're just dead.
Alright, so the barracks are going to spot the starport. It's blinking. And its control tower.
Only be one thing. He's not, and I can assure you, he's not getting Wraith energy.
There's the engineering bay Terroru is making. SCB is up for scan. 38 to 34.
It looks like Terroru is going to get the early map control because his vulture count's like,
This is what
A
you were
lot
talking
more.
about, man.
yeah.
Can't get in there.
I mean, to be honest, he can probably just kill that bunker.
yeah. And we got a drop from scan.
Ooh.
Did he cancel the raid? Was it a fake Wraith attack? Build?
Unless the Goliath here, he has to just leave. I don't really know why he's pulling all his other vultures back. Just, yeah. I feel like he had an advantage there at the front. Did Scan lose that bunker? Anything else at the front? No, he did not. Okay, he repaired it.
Another factory being added by scan. 5 factories for Terroru. It's down in SCVs even more.
You know, vultures set off spider mines.
No, they don't. Well, that was a question, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it sounded
I
like
knew the
a
answer,
fact.
I
I was like, no, wait a minute.
You said you didn't play StarCraft, so I was wondering.
I still
Oh!
remember that. Gets in. This is annoying.
Yeah. I feel like this is one of those times where you have to just like leave a Goliath in your base to stop this from happening. very annoying.
Yeah, I think Scan is really effective with drops,
What?
with vultures, but he just lost
Oh,
2
those
tanks to
mines.
mines.
That was a little. I mean,
So
still
I like
cost
to
effective. That
go-
was like 2 vultures worth of mines that killed 2 tanks. Vultures are just.
I love
Insane.
mines. That's probably my favorite part of watching vultures. They're fun. I think we all love stuff that just explodes. Maybe I'm projecting. Another annoying drop in the works. Ooh, another tank hit.
Guys probably wondering why am I out here? Why am I walking?
Yeah. If only units could talk back and they were like sassy, like, oh, you want me to go here? Really? You think this is a good idea? Okay.
And they actually like disobey orders and stuff. Yeah, that would be
Yeah, I'm not going. Just gonna sit right here. Scan is
Yeah, at
securing
least,
his third, it looks like.
yeah, I don't see any you know, doesn't look like Terroru has even pre-built one. I think he looks like he just wants to try to push this location, but they're not really synced up there. Ugh. Yeah, this is looking a little bit rough.
I love the little space he found to drop that because the factory's blocking the mineral line and he just traveled up there and took out as many SCVs as he could. All his drops have been effective.
Mm-hmm. And he hasn't lost this location. Like, he's gonna get that command center down and start mining. It's not. He hasn't been denied anything. Like, Scan is just gonna run in here. You're just kind of seeing a difference here with Scan pushed in. He pushed in with vultures first, with tanks immediately setting up behind and sieging. Whereas when Terroru pushed, he like just suicided a bunch of vultures in. I think he wasn't actually trying to push, but he was trying to get spider mines laid down. But he lost all his vultures to do that and didn't kill any of the tanks.
Wasn't able to get an expansion.
Nope.
Seems like Scan has a coherent plan that's been working out. More for him.
I'm wondering if Terroru, like, he doesn't feel as like confident in TBT. Because I think we've seen him against some of the other Korean semi-pros that are around Scan's level. I think, I can't remember, but I feel like we've seen him do very, very well, if not win, against some of the other races. This is the
Scan
first
and
TBT
Terroru
I've
played a
seen him in.
TVT for us months ago. Video
Okay.
is up. I won't spoil the results, but it was cool organizing a re-show match.
Mm-hmm. We had Lana in here, but some people say Lena. I say Lana. I don't actually know what the official call is on that.
L. Probably the safe name you can make up. Just reduce it to the first letter.
Terry's not giving up yet.
I think he's gonna break this bottom tank group. Sent in a bunch of SCVs to absorb some hits.
Again, we kind of see the
No third for Terroru.
power of having just the power of vultures.
Scan has taken the whole left side of the map. And there's the GG.
Yeah. I liked what Terroru went for that game. He went for the early map control with the like he had a plan. I can see what that plan was. It just didn't quite work. But good game. That was a fun one. I think he just either didn't quite. I think he either just didn't have the mines he thought he had, or in position, or he got distracted. But something didn't go right whenever he tried pushing and denying that third. And I feel like that was just kind of the nail in the coffin.
3-0 for Scan. And that best of 5.